Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. On the 14th of April 2025, the clerk of court released an order that was signed by Judge Stephen J. Hippler also on April 14th, 2025. So we see that this was a very quick dissemination of a document in Idaho versus Koberger. This is an order sealing defendant's response to state's first supplemental request for discovery. And it says here, the court having before it the stipulated motion to seal defendant's response to state's first supplemental request for discovery and good cause appearing now, therefore, it is hereby ordered that the defendant's response to the state's first supplemental request for discovery shall be filed under seal pursuant to ICAR 32I and IC Section 74.1241B and C. The defendant shall provide the court with redacted copies for public view that will not be sealed. So ordered, the 14th of April 2025, signed by Stephen J. Hippler, District Judge. So it appears there that, consistent with the court's announcement a few weeks back that he expected more information to be released to the public and only redacted where it must be redacted, the court here appears to have issued a directive to the defense to submit now a document entitled The Response to the State's First Supplemental Request for Discovery in a redacted format for public view. That will not be sealed. That will appear on the docket. Now, it's a little confusing to me because if you listen to the last episode of the Indie Zone podcast, there was a document. This had to do with Mr. Koberger's psychological testing results that the defense was submitting pursuant to a request for this discovery in the state's first supplemental request for discovery. And it was psychological testing, sensitive information. The defense's psychologist, defendant's psychologist, Dr. Orr, would submit that testing directly to the defense's expert witness whose name was redacted. So I'm not sure if this is something in addition to that information or if what we saw that's already been docketed, it was dated April 10th, if that was the redacted format that's now been put on the docket. We're going to wait and see over the course of the next few days if we see anything else appearing responsive to this court order. If we don't, then I think it's probably, in my opinion and my best guesstimate, that the defense may have already done this and it's dated the 10th. It came before this order. If not, if there's another document that follows this that is responsive to and in compliance with this court's order, I will, of course, update you in a future episode of the Indie Zone podcast. So it appears here that the parties are continuing to exchange expert discovery in this case. If you would like to review this document, please plug in the Idaho Cases of Judicial Interest. This is a website that is maintained by the Idaho Supreme Court where high-profile cases, including Mr. Koberger's court documents case summary page, are located. If you plug in Idaho Cases of Judicial Interest into your preferred search engine, it will pull it up for you. Go down to Idaho versus Koberger, which is case number CR0124316665. Scroll down to April 14th, 2025 filing, and you'll be able to read this order for yourself. This is Kathy. Thank you for joining us here today.